Welcome everybody, welcome to a new series I'll be doing with my co-host here, producer Brooke. It's going to be a great series. We're really excited to get into it, so
Yep, it's going to be kid-centered and not as boring as his.
Oh, that's mean. Why are you going to be so rude?
And this series is called We Don't Know Yet. We're going to figure it out later.
Yep.
Today we will be talking about just how schools are bad in general.
Because we're professionals.
Yep, how the adults in the school make kids' lives miserable.
Wow, you just dunked on those teachers. Okay.
I did. Well, here's the thing to note. Some of them are good, or at least don't impact on students' lives at all in a negative way.
Right.
You know, there are some good teachers, some good staff members, but there's just the occasional teacher, staff member, anyone who just really pisses some students off.
Yeah, I think we've all had our fair share of those, and honestly, those have been around for like kind of a long time.
So let's start with teachers here. Start with teachers.
Teachers.
So you probably all had the teacher that just sends kids to the principal's office.
Yeah, I think we all. And the problem with teachers is that a lot of them aren't actually there for the teaching part. It's a little secret I'm going to let you in on here. Little known fact: a lot of teachers aren't actually there for the teaching. They're there for the healthcare. They're there for the summers off, the weekends off, and honestly, a lot of them make a decent amount of money. It's kind of a myth that teachers are underpaid. So. Just gotta some of them are, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret there that it's not actually so bad to be a teacher today.
And some teachers just hate kids. Like, you can't deny it. They just hate kids.
Yeah.
And if you're getting to the stage where you're a teacher and you hate kids, it might be the time to go into a different career.
Throw in the towel, please. For your own good.
There are some teachers who, actually hate their class. You know, one of my science teachers last year, twice during the year, and it wasn't even a full year because Corona, and they were like, I'm done. Be quiet for the next 10 minutes of class until it ends, and you're leaving without a word.
Education. Edumification.
Yeah, so great. I'm really glad I sat there for 10 minutes doing nothing. We weren't even allowed to read. It was very annoying.
Edumification.
It's like, well, yeah, I can tell you really like students.
Yeah, and a lot of the school system is putting kids in their place, and that, I mean, I could go into the history of that, but this is producer Brooke's thing, so I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get my head chopped off.
Yes, please don't.
So, could go into the history there, but all you need to know really is that schools are kind of meant to basically beat you down, so that they can transform you into whatever they want. That's kind of the objective, so. Shouldn't really be surprised when they do things like that, because it's built into the system. It's built into the teachers' college, where the teachers go to learn how to teach you. But they're the educators. They're our prized educators. That's what they are. Really great.
Another thing teachers do is they seem to not trust kids at all, even if they're teenagers. Like, even if they can think for themselves, or they supposedly can. By that point, if school hasn't driven that out of them. And this is most apparent with substitutes. You know, the teacher will be like, I trust the 80-year-old substitute who doesn't know what they're doing, instead of this class full of kids who does. So, yep, good job. You made the kids feel like they just can't be trusted.
Yeah, that's the whole atmosphere. It's one of zero trust, zero reciprocal anything.
You really get this hierarchy system where teachers are objectively better than students. More trustable. They just seem to be better.
Yeah, and they have this belief that the kids we can't do anything. We can't think for anything. We can't make our own decisions because we're like that. And granted, can be true, but also I think a lot of times what kids don't have in, say, wisdom or brain development, they make up for in motivation and creativity and that sort of thing. But instead they just trap us in these buildings all day where we're treated like we're subjects to be basically schooled to extinction.
And you know, this stuff probably isn't the worst thing that happens in school, but it definitely contributes to just kids hating school and kids hating the first 12 years of schooling they have.
Yeah. No doubt.
And then they don't want to continue into college.
Well, why would you want to do that anyway?
That's
a terrible idea.
Well, then become unemployed.
Okay, well, that shouldn't be the case, but unfortunately, you're kind of right that it is.
Well, yeah, I mean,
college is basically high school part 2 at this point. I mean, it's
Right.
it's insane. Schools basically say you're going to go to college, like just get ready for it. Okay, you have no choice but to go to college, and then you get even more dumbed down and all that.
I remember once the guidance counselor was talking. Guidance counselors, everyone hates them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying they're bad. It's just that a lot of kids are fed up with them saying be responsible and stuff.
Just
and not
kind of
actually.
saying stuff instead
Right,
of actually
right.
enacting anything.
Right. And see, now I've forgotten what I was gonna say.
Well, that is quite unfortunate. You were saying something about your guidance counselor, some story about that?
Exactly. They said if you don't want to go to college, a good way to make money is to work at McDonald's and go into a hierarchy system there where you can build up to be the manager of McDonald's. Sounds like some crappy mobile game, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, that's basically the dichotomy at this point. Is you either go to college or you get funneled into this system. And even if you go to college, it's no guarantee that you're actually gonna come to anything. One example: teachers.
Roasted teachers.
No, that's not what I'm saying here. That didn't not come out the way I want. My example is that teachers, when they get out of teachers college and they go to the classrooms, I think 40% of them or something, I don't know the exact number, but a very, very high percent of them turnover, leave the profession within the first 5 years. 40, 50, 60% don't last 5 years. That's my example. That was all. That was a joke. Did not mean to say that. Not what I'm talking about. I could never say that.
And I'm sure you can think of your own examples of just staff and teachers and principals treating students unfairly. I mean, there's plenty of stories you can look up about how, schools handle bullying all wrong and they want to punish the people being bullied as well. I know a bunch of schools have rules where if you attack someone, you're punished, even if it was self-defense.
Right.
So that's a
true.
good lesson. You just stand there and get beat up. Well, you can't do anything. Yep, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
Life is good.
Life is good. You have anything else to say?
No, this is kind of your idea.
Yeah, I know. This is my idea.
Are there any other deep philosophical discussions you want to have right now?
Well, I was thinking staff. I don't know. Do you want to share your story about not having a coat on?
Oh, that was really fun.
You want to tell your story there?
That was just a teacher, but yes, that was very enjoyable. So.
Well, I'm talking more outside classrooms, how students are treated.
I see. Okay, so. Right, so this was great fun. So this was my criminal activities here.
Oh yes,
my serial criminality. So I walk into school without a coat, and I gotta say the teacher that was standing by before the class started was not thrilled. You could say with an understatement there. So after I basically didn't give in, I said, "You can't make me wear." I was not disrespectful. I was not as disrespectful as I am on this show, but I said, in essence, "You can't make me wear a coat. It's not your call to make, and if I'm cold, I will wear one." And I muttered something under my breath after she started walking away. It was not bad. I won't. There's no point saying what it was, but it was not bad. It was nothing bad. And she whirls around. I think she heard something. She probably thought I said something different. She whirls around and she sends me right. She sends me outside of the school for about 2 minutes before she comes back, opens the door, says, "Do you want to come back in?" And I did not have the guts to say no, but yeah. So I said yes, and she said, "Well, you got to be nice. You got to say yes, ma'am." So yes, ma'am. I'd like you to come back in to be tortured for the next 8 hours. So she let me back in, and that was fun. That was fun.
That was fun, yeah.
Very enjoyable stuff.
I also have a story of not wearing a coat. So this was way back. This was elementary school, I think. So I came into the school, and I didn't have a coat on. And the principal was out there. And there were 5 kids or so who didn't have coats on. She sent all of them to the principal's office for recess. This was elementary school. Elementary schoolers. What? the oldest these kids are 10 years old, right? 5th grade, 10 years old.
10, 11,
10,
something
11.
like that.
Why would you do that? Even in high school, that's just awful too. I mean, I'm saying this like in elementary school, it's bad. Anywhere, it's bad. Don't force kids to wear coats. It's just why?
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
Because the school wants to. I mean, I could go into this for hours, of course. You know me. But
Oh, yeah.
it's because the school wants to govern your life quite simply. They want to control you. That's the mission. They want to socially engineer you.
How dare you be cold?
You're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to be cold.
Anyway, I think that's it.
And then they don't have the air conditioning on for the entire day.
Rip. So I think that's it. Question
Yeah,
mark?
that's it. Let us know if this show is good. Let us know if this series is good.
You gonna do the outro or should I?
You can do the outro. I don't like doing this.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have any questions, you can email us, jbthesoulshow@gmail.com. I will maybe respond promptly. Please do leave a like and subscribe. We could use some more subscribers. I think everyone could use some more subscribers, to be quite frank. And I mean, like, why not? Like, there's literally no reason not to, you know? It's just zero, like, just subscribe to every single channel on YouTube. It'll be great.
Okay, just get on with it, JB.
And, yeah. So, if you can follow us on social media down below. And never use it, but, you know. Until next time, I've been your host, JB.
And I've been producer Brooke.
And we are signing off.